And we are so pleased to officially dedicate your medallion on our sidewalk in the front of our theater. So please take a look at that when you are leaving this evening. And without further ado, we'll welcome Gary Busey.
Where do you want me?
Right here's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello, Tulsa. It's great to see you all. I lived here from the 4th grade on, and this is such a special place in my heart and my soul and my spirit, because I've been all over the world doing projects, but there's nothing like Tulsa County, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I loved what George Goebel said, a comedian. He was on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, Dean Martin, and Bob Hope. And George said, "I'm really proud that I got to be on the West Coast guarding our country from enemy airplanes. And I'm proud to say, not one enemy airplane reached Tulsa, Oklahoma." Isn't that great? This movie happened in 1978, and they saw every actor in town to play the part of Buddy, and I was doing a surfing movie at the time called Big Wednesday, where I was surfing 25-foot waves in Hawaii, and they met me, and I said, "You guys, good luck on your movie, but every story you've told me about Buddy Holly isn't true." And I told them the true story, and I said, "I got to get in the ocean and do some surfing for the camera. Good luck on your movie. And I will tell you this, you're not going to find anybody that sings like Buddy Holly." Ha! Little did I know that somebody I was talking about was me. So they asked me to come down to a recording studio, and I sang a couple of songs. Heartbeat, why do you skip when my baby touches me? Okay, then I sang another song, and there were about 30 people in the control room. I said, "That's a lot of people." The next day, I got the offer for the job, and they said, "It's very important to sing the songs that Buddy wrote and sang in the movie." And I said, "Okay." I ended up singing the songs in all the keys, A, E, G, A, B, B, in the key Buddy wrote them in. So it was a natural for me. And we did every scene, one take. All the music was done, one take. And here's a beautiful moment. 2 months after the movie was completed, I realized that I was channeling Buddy Holly's spirit when I sang. He was singing through me. So you hear me singing his voice and his spirit. I am actually only the messenger of what Holly did. I haven't seen the movie in quite a while, but it was so pure and beautiful and easy to do that out of 48 years of making movies and over 160 pictures, that picture is the facet on the diamond of forever, the Buddy Holly story. So you're going to see it tonight. Me too. I want you all to have a good time and release your heart and know that Buddy's song, Not Fade Away, I want you to tell your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your husbands, your wives, and your significant others that my love for you not fade away. And it's true love that you have in your heart for the other person. Don't let yourself get in your own way, because you'll miss the love that was given to you to have for yourself. And all of these things I'm talking about are in the movie. You'll feel it, you'll see it, you'll hear it, and you'll be amazed. And the beautiful thing about Charles Hardin Holly, a.k.a. Buddy Holly, his songs are classics. And he was one of the forefathers of what we call rock and roll music. So have a good time watching this movie. And when the movie's over, we'll have a question and answer from the audience, and I'll answer the questions you give me. And if I don't know the answer, I'll make it up so you'll be happy. Okay, have a good time. Thank you. How about Buddy Holly, huh? The Hollywood producers who were doing the movie, they saw every actor in town to cast them for the part. And I was doing a movie at the time called Big Wednesday. That's a surfing movie. And I was surfing 25-foot waves and 30-foot waves in Oahu, Hawaii on the North Shore. So finally I said, I met them, met the guys going to do the movie. They had never done a movie before. They were from Philadelphia, and all the stories they told me about Buddy Holly weren't true. So I said, no, it's like this. No, it's like this. No, it's like this. So then at the end of the meeting, I said, I've got to get back in the ocean and surf and film some waves and me on the surfboard. And I said, good luck to your movie. Good luck on your movie. God bless you. But you're not going to find anybody to sing like Buddy Holly. So the next day they called me and asked me to come to a studio where I played 2 Buddy Holly songs. And they said, you want the part? And I said, am I going to be singing live? And they said, yes. Am I going to be playing the guitar live? And they said, yes. And I went, oh, okay. Yeah! Yeah, I did it. Got up and did it. And you saw the movie. Every take you saw, that's different scenes, was one take. It was pure. Whoa. We went on 23 locations outside the studio, and we shot every location in one day. Got it done, got it quick, got it finished. We shot the movie in '78, and it came out May the 18th, 1979, and the premiere was in Dallas, Texas. And then it premiered in Hollywood. And then the rest is history. And I'm sitting here, I'm 74 years old today. I was 35 years old playing 19 years old in the movie. Do I look the same, don't I? Not quite, Gary. And it's such a joy to have you here talking to you and knowing what you just saw moved your heart and your spirit and your soul. Because that's what Charles Hardin Holly did when he played his music and recorded his songs. And it was real simple, man. He only had 3 years, and they went down on that airplane. And what happened, the bus was so cold, they hired a guy to fly him from Clear Lake to Fargo. But the pilot was not instrument trained. So the pilot thought they were going up when they were going down. And I went out to the crash site when I was in Clear Lake, and the plane hit and went 500 feet. That's a football field and a half, till it hit a road and stopped. And I played in the surf ballroom, the last place Buddy Holly played, several years ago on February 2nd, and he went down on February 3rd. And so it moves me so much to see the movie and to see it with, God bless you, all of you, my brothers and sisters and Tulsans and wherever you're from, doesn't matter, it just matters you're here. And you felt the heart of Buddy, you felt the heart of Charles. And I realized 2 months after the movie that I was channeling Buddy Holly. He was singing through me, and I was just the messenger. And it moved a lot of people in the right way, just like it did tonight. I've seen the movie several times, but I haven't seen it in 10 years. And so tonight, talking about it with you, your heart's open, your spirit is up. I get emotional, and it's a good emotion because the tears I have and the weeping I have and the subtle emotions I have are from the spirit of Charles Hardin Holly and what he gave me to do by choosing me to play him. Okay, now we can have questions. Yeah, right here.
The scene with the two little boys, you're playing the guitar and you're doing well, all right, and you slip in the "Love Teddy Jack." Did anybody notice that besides you?
Oh, yeah. I made sure. I did a show in the late 60s, early 70s called Mazeppa Pompazzotti's Uncanny Film Festival at Cat Meeting with the Gaylord Shartain. And I got Gaylord a job in the movie doing Big Bopper. And David Miner, the bass player for Eddie Cochran, played bass with me when I played drums with Leon Russell. And Richie Hayward, the drummer, played with a great rock and roll band. Hey, what's wrong with the mic? Who's running this shit here? He played drums with a group called Little Feat, a great rock and roll blues band. Okay, next question. Come on, somebody. Yo.
I just want to say thank you for the sweet memories. You took me back 60 years. And the night that Buddy Holly lost his life, I was only a few miles from the crash site in Des Moines, Iowa. And I remember it very, very well.
Thank you. Thank you for thanking me. And I didn't hear you, but I know what you said. It's from your heart, and I love you, buddy. Thank you. Speak up when you're asking the question. Speak up loud.
Two questions. One, I've been to the surf ballroom. Was that shot there?
The which room?
You got to speak up.
Clear Lake Surf Ballroom.
Did you shoot the last scene at Clear Lake?
No. We shot that here in L.A.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you played the instruments. Did Don and Joe play theirs?
What did he say?
Did Don and Joe play the instruments like you?
Yeah. Don Stroud played drums. Charlie Martin Smith played bass. Every musician you saw on the stage in one scene or another were playing their own instruments. This is a live musical. And now it's living in your heart. Isn't it a good feeling to see a story about a great rock and roll forefather? Charles Hardin Holly. And you know what's great about living in Lubbock, Texas? Lubbock, Texas, it's real flat around it. And the great thing about living in a town that's real flat for miles, you can watch your dog run away for 2 weeks. Woof, woof, woof. I can't hear him.
We got you. I'm a teacher, Nathan Hale.
What?
Nathan Hale teacher.
What'd she say?
I'm a teacher at Nathan Hale where you went to high school.
No, you're too young for that. I'm 74. I graduated in 1962. The first graduating class, Nathan Hale Ranger. Oh my God, a yearbook. Oh God. Oh my God.
We have a display case at Nathan Hale with your picture.
Talk to the mic.
We have a display case at Nathan Hale with your picture because you're our alumni.
Okay,
And we would
talk
like
slower,
to put
talk slower.
we would like to put your yearbook in there with it if you would sign it. And we got you a Hale t-shirt.
Well, what did she say?
Me. Here's the, so it's, we kind of thought it fit you. It says Born to Raise Hale. Do you remember going to Hale? This is him.
Yes, it is.
And then this is his, right here.
Right.
Well, Miss Hope.
Boy,
His football pictures in here too. He played
everybody
football
that
at
went to
Hale.
high school, no matter where you went, it's one of the greatest times in your life. Because that's the age when your emotions are coming to life. You know?
Yes.
Mr. Busey, I just want to say thank you for considering Tulsa your home, though it is not your birthplace. But thank you for always showing the love that you have for Tulsa. My question is, the child that was born, that was Buddy Holly's child, we never hear
Maria Elena, after Buddy went down on the plane, had a miscarriage.
Oh, it is, okay. I'm sorry that I didn't know. See? Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I just recently went to the surf ballroom and out to the crash site as well a couple of days ago. My question is, I got to know Tommy Alsop that played with Buddy, and at the events of the last concert, how come they chose to use the orchestra there?
What?
How come they chose to use the orchestra in the last concert instead of play it like it
I
was?
can't understand
Why,
you.
at the last concert, they used the orchestra. Why did they do it that way versus the way it really was?
That's because of the way the movie producers wanted to make it. But I played in the surf ballroom and on February the 2nd, several years ago, and guess who's on stage with me? Tommy Alsop. Yay. Buddy would call Tommy and say, hey, Tommy, I'm recording. I need for you to come over here and play that guitar part that only you can play. And so Tommy said, okay, buddy. There was Maybe Baby. Maybe Baby, I'll have you. Oh. More questions, please.
Gary, I have a quick question. Throughout the movie, it was a very wonderful experience for me sitting next to you, watching it. But you said that there was a lot of improv throughout the whole throughout the whole movie.
What happens to me when I'm performing? I have a free mind and free will. I'm not locked down to a script. And so there's a lot of improving in that movie. Things just came out of me naturally without me thinking. Because you must remember that art is only the search. It is not the final form. So it's unlimited, it's free, and it's forever going. All of you in here are artists, you think so or not. You can do things in your life with things that you do that can work. That is art. It's art. And art, A-R-T, stands for above real truth. Art. And also, hang on. Also, you must understand, when you get dressed, you're doing art to your body. Because when you dress and you feel good about what you're wearing, you feel naturally pure, truthful inside. So it's good to look good wherever you go, because then you feel good inside being who you are. Are you guys getting this? You have my permission to take notes. Yeah.
Mr. Busey, a couple questions. Number one, other than the actual musical performance itself, what was the most challenging aspect of playing Buddy?
I can't understand it with a mic.
Okay.
What was the most challenging aspect of playing Buddy Holly?
There was no challenging aspect of playing Buddy Holly. I grew up in Tulsa, as you know, and I was in the 6th grade going to Lindbergh grade school, and that's when rock and roll started on the radio. There was Gene Vincent and the Blue Caps, there was the Drifters, the Platters, there was Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Buddy Holly. So I grew up listening to that music. And I was in the 9th grade. I came home from Bell Junior High School, and the radio said, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a plane crash. Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Richie Valens are now dead. Crashed in Clear Lake, Iowa. And I went, oh my gosh. And I emptied. My body emptied. My emotions emptied. And I said, we're not going to hear that music anymore, except when you play the old recordings on the turntable. And lo and behold, 1978, Gary Busey has been cast to play Buddy Holly in the Buddy Holly story. Yay! Beautiful feeling.
The other question that I had, Mr. Busey, was how did you do your research on Buddy Holly other than listening?
He asked me how I did my research on Buddy Holly. I grew up listening to him. And then I was with Jay Allison, his best friend and drummer, for 6 months, and told me a lot of the stories. Here's a great story, okay? Buddy Holly and Jay Allison went to a drive-in movie in Lubbock, Texas in 1955. They saw a movie with John Wayne, Natalie Wood, Jeffrey Hunter, called The Searchers, and Harry Carey Jr. And 3 times in that movie, John Wayne said to Harry Carey, "That'll be the day, Pilgrim." The last time he said it, John said to Harry, "That'll be the day, Pilgrim." And Harry said, "Yeah, when you die." And Buddy went home and got the acoustic and wrote "That'll Be the Day" in several days. That was a tough one to get on the radio, but when it did, right up over the rainbow. Yes, ma'am.
That was my era, the era of Buddy Holly, and this film is the most authentic period film that I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of films. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Did you do any acting and performing in high school?
Yeah. I played football. I was a center. And Nathan Hale. And the football team said, "Busey, you're a clown. You run around, you do funny things, you snap people on the butt with a wet towel. We dare you to go out for the play, South Pacific." And I said, "Oh, dare me?" I went out for the play. People laughed at me. I got a part. Private Victor Jerome. And when, after the play was over, people at school would look at me and laugh and say, "There's Victor Jerome." So it hooked me. And I started doing plays in high school, junior college. And then I went to Kansas State College, where I did Shakespeare, and then hurt my knee, lost my football scholarship, transferred to Oklahoma State University, and got a dramatic scholarship. And studied under Vicki Locke, a full-blood Native American who taught me how to smile, walk, and hold my butt right when I sat down. I don't mean hold it, I mean, yes?
Did you ever meet and talk to Dion?
Who did you say?
Dion DiBucci, was he the one that was with Buddy?
What's he saying?
Did you ever meet Dion or talk to him?
No, never did. Never happened, no big deal.
What's your favorite Buddy Holly song?
All of them. All of them. You saw the singing of it. That was him singing through me. And that's Gary Busey. But my God, I just saw myself and man, to get to that place, you got to be inspired, motivated, spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Because if you don't let yourself be open to that freedom of expression, you won't hit the target, dead center. Yay!
Yes.
Is there, I brought my guitar in to hope that I would get an autograph, but is there any way that we can get him to play a song?
What?
He wants to know if you're willing to play a song. He has his guitar with him.
Sure, I'll play one. That's why we're here. Okay, you got a question?
Is there a reason they didn't use the Crickets' real names?
Yeah, that was the producers and the screenwriter. The screenwriter was a manic depressive. And they thought if he changed anything he wrote, he's going to hurt himself. And when the movie came out and it got great reviews and went through the roof, he shot himself in the head with a gun. So we did, let me do this. Here, you got to hold the mic in front of me. Whoa.
Down to it's last person that signed it, Tommy Ellis.
Every day it's getting closer, going faster than the roller coaster. Life like yours, well, sure
Yay. Here we go. Gary Busey. Hi, my name is Pamela Green, and I have a few movie scripts I would love for you to look over. They are called Gates of Hell and Capstone. They are based on my dad's life testimony and have to do with a mark in the forehead of one of them has been performed at Wild Sound Film Festival, the one named Gates of Hell, by Pamela Green. This is Pamela Green. Let's give her a hand. Pamela, stand up. Here she is. You stood up as quick as a cat gets shot in the ass with hot gas. That's okay. By the way, your name is in the Bible. Code 5, Bible code. God bless. Pamela Green, there's your number. I'll be over tonight. Thank you, hon. That's sweet. Hey, you know what? We should get her information and talk to her about this later.
Yes, I will do that. Come and see me. Sweet.
Okay, next.
I was fortunate enough to win this poster in an auction 2 weeks ago, knowing that I was coming to this concert. I was so excited, and I'm wondering.
No one can hear you. No, you need a mic. Not now. Not now. We'll do it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it later.
All right, thank you so
You're welcome. Thank you. Give a hand for that lady that you did hear.
Gary, did you ever play baseball?
Who's that?
Did you ever play baseball?
What?
Did you ever play baseball?
I pitched for the Cubs in Chicago for 4 months at Wrigley Field. I came in one day and my trainer said, Gary, look at your right hand. And I was standing here, I said, okay. He said, no, down by your side. Okay. He said, square your shoulders. And I've been pitching for 4.5 hours. And my right arm was 2.5 inches longer than my left arm. Ah! Long arm of the baseball. Boom.
Yes.
I can't hear him.
Can you repeat that?
I can't hear him.
Tell us about your Mazeppa memories of Teddy Jack Eddy.
Oh my God. Well, I just finished a movie with Jeff Bridges in North Carolina called Last American Hero about a stock car racer, Junior Johnson. Came through Tulsa. I've known Gaylord since high school. He said, hey, I'm doing a show at Channel 8, Mazeppa Pompazzoli Uncanny Film Festival in Camp Meeting. Could you come be on it with me? And I said, sure. We made it up as we went. And, okay, I'm going to be a dancing truck driver, and asked 2 guys to dance with me. And I asked Gaylord, I said, what's my name going to be? He said, Teddy Jack Eddy. Okay, there you have it. It's stuck there and still lives with me. And my godson, who I'm doing music with now, his name is Teddy Jack Bridges, and he is the son of Leon Russell. Leon named him after my stage name with him, so now Teddy Jack Bridges is my godson. And he's here in spirit, and I'll tell him that he's here in spirit when I talk to him. Okay, let's get some snaky personal questions. Oh, look, they all shut up. Get ready. What?
On your back, on your belly.
You're too old for that.
When you were on Celebrity Apprentice, what sort of interaction did you have with Donald Trump?
When you were on Celebrity Apprentice, what type of interaction did you have with Donald Trump?
I was on 2 of them, Celebrity Apprentice and Celebrity Apprentice All-Stars. And Mr. Trump always picked me first. And we had a great rapport, and I knew him long before Celebrity Apprentice started. And we had a good time, very good time, very incredible time. The second show I did, we won. I was with Trace Atkins, and we won the show. We won it. We won a whole bunch of money for our charity, which was Red Cross, like more than $250,000. That went right to them. Yeah, it was great. Trump's a good guy. I'm not a politician. I'm not in politics. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. And I'm telling you, you better stay Republican if you want to live right. That's all I'll say about politics. What?
She loves you.
I love you too. What are you going to be doing at midnight? You're with your man. That's a good answer. Yay.
Did you still ride motorcycles after your accident, and was it difficult recovering from the head injury that you got in the motorcycle?
No, what I did, I went off a motorcycle, Harley Davidson, going 40 miles an hour, head first into a curb without a helmet. I have a double compound fracture still in my pelvis, and I split my skull all the way up to the top, knocked a hole in my skull that big. They took bones out of my pelvis and filled the hole. But your skull is like this. It doesn't move. But the brain, when your skull hits something, goes whack, 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 whack. So I thought my injury was big here. But it was here that the injury was. And this part of my brain, when I met my brain doctor, was dead and dormant. Now he's got me on a lot of supplements to take for that. The motorcycle tour stopped then. I realized you don't need to be riding around on a motorcycle without a helmet. Well, I wear a helmet when I take a shower now. I know what to do, you know. I'm not going to play drop the soap and slip and hit my head on the faucet and wonder what happened to me. It's great being alive. It's great being alive. It's great loving others. It's great loving yourself. If you can't love yourself first, no one else will love you, because that's the way life is. That's the way emotions are. That's the way love is. And every one of us in here is a child of God. And that is a beautiful place to be, because we're all the same. No matter what we do, how we feel, when we were born, where we went to school, what our jobs are, how we feel about this, that, and the other, break it all down to the bottom line. We are all the same. Yay! Let's realize that and love it, because that's what it is.
Okay, you said you wanted a question. Who's the best kisser that you kissed on screen?
Who is the best kisser that you've ever kissed on screen?
I didn't kiss any teachers on the screen. Is that what she said?
No. Who is the best kisser of any actress ever on the screen? Or actor.
I haven't kissed any actors. You know what you do when you kiss an actor? When a male kisses a male? The head is here. The mouth is here. You put your hand around the head, put your hand over the mouth and go, I love you. Women, kissing women. What's she worried about?
I think he's about to tell you.
What's the question?
Best kisser on the screen.
Wow. You know, when you're acting in a movie, when I'm acting, I'm the movie, I'm the character. I am that guy that you see. Buddy Holly, that was me. Well, every actress I've kissed has been incredibly beautiful and honeymoon and passion-filled, and when can we lay together and become one? Good luck. Now, that's a good feeling to have when you're not in a movie, but you're with each other. And if you can't be honest with the person you love, you're not loving them. And if you can't be honest with the person you love, you can't love them, you can't love yourself. These things, I'm giving you some ministry here because that's the truth. And my experiences in life and my deaths, out of body, brain surgery death, time with the angels and supernatural, everything is here for us to learn from. We're not here to get angry. Anger, A-N-G-E-R. I'm going to take the letters to spell anger and give you a definition of anger. A-N-G-E-R stands for another negative grievance explaining rage. Don't get angry. Chaos, C-H-A-O-S, stands for critical hate and overwhelming stupidity. We've all experienced these things because of who we are.
Sir?
Yeah, you with no hair.
Thank you. Hey, the movie Under Siege, where you played Krill. I was in the military for 15 years. If we saw an officer like that, we called him Krill. That was incredible. But I got to ask a question. When you're sitting at home at night, do you ever go, what the hell does a guy got to do to get an Academy Award after doing that such a great performance?
There's nothing you can do. It's up to the Academy and the voters.
But sometimes you look and go, Jesus Christ, that's like the best thing ever, because I've done that. I've done that. I can't believe
You dressed up like a woman in the Navy to kill the captain? I'm proud of you. Sir, yes, sir. Semper Fi. You your foot? Well, let us know when it's well. Yes, sir.
In your movie Lethal Weapon, 1987, with Mel Gibson, you played Joshua, one of the best fight scenes at the end of the movie in the whole 80s. Besides that scene, what other scenes did you like, or characters?
I like them all. I love every scene I do and every character I become in. Just like you saw tonight. That was Buddy Holly up there, and that wasn't me. Mr. Joshua in Lethal Weapon. I built a backstory about all the characters I play in a movie to give the character a chance to wrap itself around me. Mr. Joshua's backstory was he would walk through his grandmother's blood to get a postage stamp and never look out. He was cold.
How was the scene shot where you held your arm over the flame?
Yeah, that was good. They put some dry ice on my arm, put the flame under my arm, and went, cut, print. Okay, good. Can't hear him.
He wants
What'd
to
he
hear
say?
about when you had your motorcycle accident, you had this out-of-body experience.
Yeah, I went to surgery because my skull was split open, as I said earlier, and I passed away after surgery. And I was taken to the spiritual realm of the supernatural, surrounded by angels. I was this long and that wide, and that was my soul. And your soul is housed in the column of your spine. And that was my essence over there, surrounded by balls of light, beautiful balls of light. And 3 of the lights came up to me, and this light on this side, this was amber, magenta, mother, gold, and white. This light was mother of pearl, abalone. And that light spoke to me in an androgynous voice and thought, and told, I can't, when it was fresh, I could impersonate the angel's voice, which it is not a voice, it's something you feel. And the angel told me what I was doing was right. I was going in the good direction. But what my responsibility was for mankind, I have to look for help in the spiritual realm. Then it said, you may come with us now, or you may go to your body and continue your destiny. It's your choice. And when you're on the other side and you hear the truth, wham, you're there. You don't think, there's no thinking. Like the first thing you say when you pass over is, why was I so fucking serious? Because life is not to be taken seriously. It should be fun, happy, no matter what you're going through. If it doesn't feel good, if it's discomfortable, just say these 4 words to yourself. It could be worse. And when you say that, you feel it and go, hey, okay, that's better, yeah. Yeah, that's great. We all have experiences in life we go through to learn who we are and the truth of our oneness with Him. That's it. That's what we're doing. That's more to it than it. But I love to see people get up and go down the aisle and sit down on the floor, like that one there. Look at her move. I hope the bathroom is still open for her.
Yes, ma'am. What's next for you? Your book.
Next, well, I'm going to be here with you. And then I'm going to go home and be with my team, Neil Moon, Leroy Elrod, and Teresa. And we sit and talk loud about art and talk about how beautiful everyone is. And I love Tulsa. I am Tulsa boy forever in this lifetime. And then I gotta pack up, get my bags ready in the morning about 10:30 for Tulsa Airport, 12:30 fly to Dallas, change Dallas to the plane to Los Angeles, and fly back to Los Angeles with my soulmate Stephanie Sampson Busey and my 8-year-old son Luke. Yay, family. Your family is the most important thing, and your health is right there running with it. Family and health. And don't bitch and don't argue and don't think you're better than anyone else because you're not. Especially when you bitch and argue, you're just another loser. And you got to remember, winners do what losers don't want to. It's easy.
Gary, can you tell them about your book that's coming out in September? Can you tell them about your book?
Oh, yeah, September 4th. I have a book of my memoirs coming out called Gary Busey's Buseyisms, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. And basic instructions before leaving Earth spell Bible. And the Buseyism is when I take a word apart, letters to spell it, and create a definition for faith. F-A-I-T-H stands for Fantastic Adventures in Trusting Him. Hope, H-O-P-E. Heavenly offerings prevail eternally. The word simple. See it manifesting precious, loving energy. The word sober. Son of a bitch, everything's real. And here's one you like. It's one of my favorites. Fart. F-A-R-T stands for feeling a rectal transmission. And we all do it, so you're on the elevator, and you know the definition of fart, let out a big one, whoop, and then ask everybody to play Name That Smell. Okay, what else? Yeah.
So when you were younger, did you feel like you had a calling to affect many people's lives?
No, I was just going one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, man. Paying attention to the right things, making the right choice. And choices are funny. We all have that. The human animal has free will and free choice. Free will and free choice. Make sure you make the right choice with your free will. Because we all make choices we make, and we learn from them. I've made some choices that are hideous. But so fucking what? Here I am with you today making choices that are great. And all of you have the ability to make choices that are great. You'll inspire and motivate others to love like you love when you show them your love. But first you must love yourself. And what's fun about getting dressed in the morning is wearing your underwear backwards. Isn't that neat? Now, women can do it, no problem, but men, oh, where's this? Never mind. We'll let that go there.
I think you had one more question.
Hunter Thompson. He asked me about Hunter Thompson, what impact. I was in Aspen, Colorado with my friend Tony Goebel, Tulsa boy, and I met Hunter, and we started talking. And man, that dude is out there. He is out there. Then I did a movie called Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas where Johnny Depp was playing Hunter. At the end of the scene, I didn't hear the director say cut. So I said, I was talking to him like this. What do you got in the back seat? You got bars of soap, you got light bulbs, you got towels. What are you, a portable hotel? And then at the end, I didn't hear a cut, so I said, would you mind if we kissed before you departed? Johnny went, and I said, it's very lonely out here. Then I heard, cut! And they were laughing and screaming and stayed in the movie. When you're in doubt, say something funny that nobody expects. And then the doubt. And the word doubt, D-O-U-B-T, stands for debating on understanding bewildering thoughts. And when you debate with yourself, there are no winners. It's just you sitting there looking in a mirror without a reflection. I'm good tonight, aren't I? I'm doing good. I'm 74 years old. I moved here from Oklahoma City when I was in the 4th grade. Went to McKinley Elementary School. First day of school, there was a big fight on the playground. And I remember the guy doing the fighting. His name was Jimmy Chew. And I went, whoa, this is different. Tulsa's different, and it is. It's just beautiful. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Went to Bell Junior High, Nathan Hale High School, Lindbergh, John Ross, McKinley. Yeah, I grew up great here. Had beautiful parents, incredible. My God bless Elmer Lloyd Busey and Virginia Arnett Busey. My parents, I loved it. My little brother, Richard David Busey, passed away about 3 months ago. He's in the spiritual realm, and I love him too. So let's have a hand for David. Yay, David, I love you. Family's very important. Familia, family. If you get mad at people in your family, it's like bobbing for apples and there's no apples in the barrel. It's stupid. You got your emotions, you do them like that on others, you're not going to win. No one is. Got to stop arguing and be nice. When you feel like saying something like, hey, yeah, yeah, don't say it. Think before you speak. And think of the emotions your speaking is going to give. And if it gets a harsh, two-edged sword, don't say a fucking thing. Just be quiet and be nice and be loving. Yay!
Who is your favorite director that you've ever worked with?
Oh boy, Nick Rogue from England. We did a movie called Insignificance that went to competition in Cannes, France. Dick Donner, Lethal Weapon. Steve Rash, The Buddy Holly Story. The Firm, Sidney Pollack. Stars Born, Ula Grossbard. Straight Time, Dusty Hoffman. Oh man. Oh, there's so many. I've done over 160 pictures in 48 years. John Milius directed me in Big Wednesday and Rough Riders. He wrote parts of Apocalypse Now, Jaws, Jeremiah Johnson with Bob Redford and Will Geer. Just an incredible, incredible group of talent I've been given to work with. I like to think I've been given to them, but no, I'm just that tag on the mattress you're not supposed to tear off. You know, tear this tag off, you're under penalty of law. Who in the fuck wrote that down? You know.
Yes, sir.
What?
Do you have any advice for someone from Tulsa who wants to get into show business?
Yeah, go to get a collegiate university education on theatrical art. Learn everything. Learn the costumes, learn the wardrobe, learn how to light the stage, learn how to build a set, learn how to do everything. You can't teach acting because acting is the absence of acting. It's believing in the truth of the moment you're creating from your heart at that time. But you study it. It's the Festival of Dionysus in Greece. That's where it all began. It was that was a fertility festival for men. And then they started doing plays at the amphitheater where the stage was flat. And the guys in the back acting wore bushkins, which are boots with heels this big. And they had a little mask with a little megaphone behind the mouth that they'd say their words. Theater began. You can't stop theater. I mean, theater is here to stay. Look where we are. We're in a fucking theater. We just saw a movie. You know, there's many more movies to see. Wow.
Yes, ma'am. What does love stand for in Buseyisms?
LOVE stands for Living on Victorious Energy. Because when you love somebody from the pure love you are and have to give, it's victory. When you're upset with yourself, you can't love anybody. Can't love yourself. I said that before, I don't repeat.
you've done so many things in your career. Do you have a bucket list of something you haven't done?
The bucket is thrown away thousands of years ago. I don't have no fucking bucket list. No, I don't have that. But I want you to get the book, Gary Busey, Buseyisms, that comes out September the 4th. Motivation book about my memoir. And it is so funny. My wife took 10 months to write, as I said, and the chapters are only 4 and 5 pages long. And it's fun. You'll have fun. You'll feel good about it. You feel good about yourself when you read it. But you will feel, I've felt that way too. I've gone through something like this too. So it's all relative. It's all a personal connection of me and all of you who read the book. 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 All you have to do to get me to stop talking is say cut. All of you will read the book. All of you will read the book.
Cut.
Okay. This lady to my right, Teresa Knox, is one of the best instigators of produce product and things happening in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She is rebuilding the church where I played first time with Leon Russell. The church is going to become a recording studio, and it's going to become a great historic monument in the state of Oklahoma, especially in the town of Tulsa. Teresa Knox. Let's have a hand for Teresa.
Thank you.
And I was born with the energy of 10 men with normal jobs, and she whips me into place and says, "We're going now." And I go, "Yes, ma'am." "Yes, ma'am." It's great, honey. I love you. It's great.
I love you too.
You know what applause is for? It's when everybody applauds, it sounds like a soft summer rain. And that's cleansing and beautiful and loving, and you feel good about it. Feel real good about it.
Yes, sir.
Neat, isn't it? Slapping your hands together, making a sound.
Gary, I started watching you when you was Kenny Jack Eddie in school. And I watched the Buddy Holly story will never be the same for me now. But when did you start doing your euphemisms?
When did you start doing your Buseyisms?
That happened about 10 years ago when I was writing in a journal about everything I'd been through in the past that was horrible. Betrayed, cut out, cut down, made fun of. And I realized, man, what am I doing? And I realized this is my past. And where am I now? Oh, now. I'm in the now. And the Buseyism for now is no other way. And the Buseyism for past, P-A-S-T, is preoccupation about spent time. Get out of your past. It's not here anymore. Your past is history. Future's a mystery. And where you are right now in the present, it's called the present. So you're living in a present by being here now. Yay!
Okay, I think that's all the time we have for your questions. And can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Okay. Okay, so thank you guys for coming.
Thank you very much, all
yes,
of you.
thank you. Big hand for Gary Busey.
And Buddy Holly.
And Buddy Holly.
Ed and Gretchen Spraker have been friends of mine for 25 years.